Sorry, I said let's start, and then I picked up my phone. I gotta text the person back. Who the heck are they? Okay, let's go. Alright? What's going on? What's going on with you? Severe burn. That sucks. Okay. Edrong and Tilly are chilling over here. Let's go talk to them, shall we? Two villagers stand by one of the tide pools. They are breathing harshly, clearly winded, and look up nervously as you approach.
Good day, stranger.
If you heard a fish as we were, stranger, you'll want to avoid the compass proper. The dwarven woman points to the southeast. I'm going there. Her companion shakes his head. A lot of ships wind up spread across the rocks here, so we didn't think much of the wreckage until we heard something. Ooh, terrible noise. I thought maybe it was a survivor, but he wasn't alive. Moving, but not truly alive. She shudders. It was awful. What are y'all doing out here? Fishing, of course, except I lost my fishing rod when I flung it at the head of one of those monsters. Besides, we were looking the tide pools over and thought we'd try our luck down to the rocks. Got the fright of our lives. We'll have to make do with the nets here or go hungry. Woman nods. All the time. It's a lovely place, but dangerous as anything to sail. Good fishing most days. She wipes her brow. I think we'll look further up the coast next time. What do you see? Corpses. Walking corpses. We don't want any part of it, whatever the cause. Might be we find something in these tide pools, and then we're headed straight home. Alright, peace. Good tidings to you. Wait, do you hear that? Hear what? I don't hear nothing. Oh! Get him! You're not even gonna... God, what a mess. Thank you for your help. You're not even gonna talk? You're just gonna walk away? Okay. What we got? Zalrip tongue. Alright. What do we have? Let's look at the tide pools. Let's say crabs and small fish cluster in this pool left behind by the tide. Oh. Kill it. Nicely done. Oh, what's going on with you? Oh, there's a little something there. Page from Fulvano's Travels. After several days' journey, it seems it is time at last to part ways with my traveling companion from New Hamer. A pity we could not see the compass together, but perhaps he will have as grand a time in Gihren's grasp. I have given him my gloves for safekeeping, for I will hardly need them in such fine weather. Alright, and an agate. Ooh, this looks fun. Nothing wrong could go here. Or nothing could go wrong here. Wow. I can English, I promise. Oh, there's a Zalrip named Tana and a person named Ranga. Fish in clumps of seaweed, bright green with heat. Royal in the stew. Tastes pleasantly salty. I tasted it? They just let me taste it? Cool. Find yourself facing a towering Amal woman. Her skin is the warm gold brown of a dying sunset with pale white patches at throat and hands. Wavy red-brown hair pulled into tight braids around a stripe of bare skin that follows the curve of her skull. Flows down over her broad shoulders.
Hello.
She regards you calmly, evidently unsurprised to find you here at the edge of her camp by the water. Have you come for medicines and craftworks, or to share the fire? She gestures to the large cauldron nearby. Alfra sent me here. Says that you know some way to ensure that her child is not... Oh, this is... Okay. Person we're looking for. Ah, more of Lord Raedric's frightened flock. She nods slowly. You are kind to come all this way. Poor Alfra must be beside herself. I imagine she gave you something as a payment? Whatever it is, you keep it. I don't need coin. I need you to do something for me instead. Rango points inland. There's a Zalrip tribe to the northeast, led by one of their priests. Tana was exiled from there some time ago, and their scouts still lurk about this place, waiting for an opportunity to end his life. Zalrip lets out a rattling squawk, head drooping. One day I'll have to go for supplies, and I'll come back to find my assistant slain. How will I help anyone then? She shakes her head. You rid me of this nuisance, and I will do what I can for Alfra, and throw in something for you too. Alright, I'll do it. Good. You'll find them easily enough, I think. She smiles, baring sharp teeth. Good luck. Speak to Screet?
Gods keep you.
Is it done? Screet! No, Tana, I do not mind yours. Let me have a look. Keep the lockpicks. Sell that. Ludrana's Grimoire. Right. No, I want to keep that. Sylvanos amulet. Oh, well. Hold on now. Yeah. Alright, before I sell anything magical, I should... get rid of all this stuff. Keep that. Bar, we'll keep it. Get rid of the... That's for money, that's money, that's money. Money. Okay, solid. What do you have? Nothing really. Oh, camping supplies. I could use those. Solid. Okay. Moving along.
What is it? What?
Right, you're a priest.
Of course.
Oh, Matthew Mercer's sweet voice. Let's go to this cave. Ooh, I should take a rest after this fight.
Well?
Okay, that's not doing much. Time to think. Think. Alright. That's gonna hurt. There we go. Mark the target for RPG and burn damage and lowering deflection.
What is it? So much for you.
Okay, that one's dead. I'm just getting up on this dude. Solid. Well done, everybody. Dank spores. Oh, it's so dank. Alright, we gotta rest. Because I have no spell slots. Oh, just bumped that. My bad, folks. My bad.
Of course.
Alright, there's a lot of dead people up in here. Up in her. So we got grain and golden. We got money. Cave coral. More cave coral. Lockpick and some more money. Moss and mold cover the bones like a blanket. They smell earthy and wet. Let's open this chest, shall we? That's an arbalist. Awesome. Battle cave. Ooh, let's check that thing's eye socket. Found a turquoise and a patron for all its travels. I met a hateful Direwood woman while in Gilded Vale. She was an invaluable guide during my time in that sorry village and agreed to accompany me for some part of the way toward Anslog's compass. We parted ways in the wilds known as Magrin's Fork, but I gave her my amulet so that she might remember me fondly. Perhaps I will return to these lands someday after all. I have the amulet. What does the amulet do? +5 and a healing bonus. That's right. You get the amulet. Okay. What do we got? What's up?
Kill them all.
Solid. Three spears, 3 shields. Golden celery. Oh, someone planted stuff right outside. Okay. Now, what does this have in it? There we go. What is this? Chill fog. Fetid curse. And necrotic lance. There. I have no need for this grimoire anymore. So later, clamshells and crab carapaces litter the coals. Clear out the Zarips. Yeah. Clear them out, clear them out. What we got here? Fine arbalist, huh? And another... No. Oh, you know what? That went straight into here. How is it that so grand a journey as mine should lead me here? The people of Direwood call this pitiable lagoon a sight to see, but all I have experienced here is misfortune. I thought to explore the cavern by the waters, only discovered it was home to sporelings. I went to see the vaunted compass and lost the bulk of my letters when I tripped over some driftwood. And at last I made to inspect the dragon skulls nearby, only to be menaced by some foolish little Zaros. I will return to Gilded Vale as soon as I catch my breath. At least the Zaros do not appear to have followed. Ooh, I found Fulvano. That sucks. Oh, what's up, my dude? You seem to be taking plenty of damage, so I don't have to worry about using anything on you. Vessel flesh. Interesting. What's that say? Nope, alright, just go kill him. Yeah, let's see. Yep, okay. Well, Durant's got a little messed up there. At the center of a ring of jagged stone, this boulder casts long shadows across the sand as the sun moves onward. No. Alright, let's just get a little spell happening right off the bat. Just to be safe. Oh yeah, that. Oh. Wizards for the win. Okay. What do we got here? Amethyst and a page from Fulvan's travels. While traveling west towards Gilded Vale, I encountered a fellow traveler of some considerable intelligence, and we engaged in pleasant conversation. It came to light that the poor fellow had the most execrable, I can read, pair of boots upon him. I gave him one of my pair sets that he might better appreciate Valian craftsmanship. May they serve him well, for he said he intended to cross the wilderness known as the Black Meadow. I cannot imagine it is a pleasant place. What we got in here? Some nice armors. Okay. And a rod. And a morning star. President Take Payment Runga has asked me to help her Zarup assistant Tana. Perhaps now. Okay. They've been dealt with, so I can go back. Ooh, I leveled up. Didn't even realize it. Boatload of waffles. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Let's throw some in mechanics. Combusting wounds infused with vital essence. Ooh. No. I'm gonna take mirror image. Veil to Perez conjures a protective shield of magic. No. Camera slam. Ooh, I can take a bonus for soul spell. Yeah, let's do that.
Well? What is it?
Yeah, nice. Okay.
As you wish.
Go here, pop over here, and speed through. Pew! Alright. What's up,
Hail,
Ranga?
traveler.
Is it done? Am I rid of the interminable squawking of the Zorips? Scream? No, Tana, I do not mind yours. They're all dead. I killed them all. Wow. Potion of minor regeneration, minor recovery, and minor endurance. Good. I'm tired of their feeble attempts to surprise us. Here, she hands you 3 files for your trouble. And now we can get underway with my part of the bargain. I will get started on the mixture, but I need one more ingredient. Some spores from the creatures in that cave there. She points just north of her little stretch of beach. Sporelings, they call them, is a useful material. I need one for the mixture. You are welcome to any others you find. Boom, there you go. Already ahead of you. So you do. Excellent. Give one here and I'll add it to the cauldron. No more dank spores. This should not take long. Mixture is ready. Take this to Alfra. Tell her to drink it before bed, as it induces sleep. She should find herself more energetic in the mornings. Tell her to eat more fish and cheese. The potion will sustain a healthy appetite, grant her strength. She is a rather frail woman, from what I remember of her. I thought this was a cure. I can tend to ailments of the body. I cannot cure an affliction of the soul. Certainly not one inflicted by the gods. Ringa crosses her arms. I have explained many times. People will believe what they want. So let her believe. Perhaps that will help. Faith is a powerful thing. In the meantime, she will feel much improved, and if her child should not be claimed by the legacy, then it will be born healthy. That I will promise. Alright, I'll go then. I've done what I can, I've promised. Tell Afra I wish her well. Oh, we got some levels up. Alright, let's check this out. I'll plug in the lore there, a little mechanic in there. And let's give you Ray of Fire. That sounds fun. And another, ooh, what's Penetrating Blast? Concentrates the power of blast, negating some of the target's damage reduction. Yeah, we'll take that. Boom, there we go. And a level up here. Into athletics. A little in survival. Let's put a little more in survival. Yep, okay. Bonus knockdown. That might be nice. Increases the fighter's awareness while in defender mode. No, we'll do bonus knockdown. Boop. Done. Awesome. You knock down an extra person. I keep hitting my freaking mic. Ooh. It's just all sorts of in the way. Hold on. Okay. Nope, I just hit it again. All the apologies. All of them. Return to Alfra. Okay. I really like the fast forward mode, you know, that way this doesn't take forever. I have to go back to Gilded Vale. Alfred's house. There we go. Hey, there they are. In we go. Steal. Yeah, okay, anyway. Alfra, what's up?
How do you do?
You were some time away. I worried you wouldn't return. Is that it? Have you brought it? What did Rongo say? Oh, well, here it is. You really did it. Oh, bless you. Bless you. I don't know what I would have done without you. Now I'd be able to be safe. Oh. Do we tell her? I'm not gonna tell her. And keep what remains of Ranga's payment too. Thank you again. I'll take this before I settle into bed. Perhaps I'll finally rest easy. Oh look, Durant's leveled up. I just couldn't tell her, you know. No new class unlocks. Okay. Brilliant Radiance. Enemies take burn damage from the priest's holy radiance. Alright. Interdiction. Condemns the priest's foes, dazing enemies in the area of effect. Okay. Well, this is passive. The faithful Megran gain an accuracy bonus with sword and arquebus. And can cast a special version of Burst of Summer Flame. Ooh! And Aggrandizing Radiance. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes of movement. Allies can increase movement. Okay, or both. First level. No, I like Inspired Flame. Alright, let's see. What quest are we going to next? I'm going to bring Eder to speak with Merwald. Do I hit? Who's Eder? Ah, this guy. Okay, that's what I thought. For Cade Noir. Alright. I don't know how to say these things. My strange priest of Magran's Fork. St. Durant says he and I are meant to travel together and that we can teach one another. He's a man of many words who seems... So I just have to spend time traveling with him. That's fine. Okay. And the hollowing. Cade Noir is southeast of Gilded Vale. Okay. So we head southeast. Well, I feel like there's a quest in town I might have missed. I think it's Blacksmith? Which is Ingrid's house, Blackhammer Smithy. Oh! Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with wariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. Seems that you have done dear Alfra a great service. The man nods towards the nearby house. Ansel Compass is a dangerous place, and yet you are willing to venture there to help her. Gilded Vale needs such courage in these dark times. Stout hearts, willing to do what is necessary to save these people. Turns to look out over the village. Can I count on you among that number? Can I count you among that number? Who are you? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale. Oh, this is the outlaw dude. Okay. Restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The wheat shone like gold on the hills, and the village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops, but there were less flies anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused a blight upon our lands, it is not the fault of its people. Raedric looks to punish us for crimes we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I, Kolsk, swear it by the flame. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly. And so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. What it is you want me to do? I'm gonna lie and say I'm a helpful person. Great. The man nods, standing a little straighter. It is a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there is no other option. Lord Raedric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Raedric's madness. He would cure Waidwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village of the afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses, intent on ending Raedric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover of night, but we were routed. His face darkens. There are dark creatures down in there in the dungeons, the work of Raedric's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Raedric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. Yeah, I'll deal with him. Then I commend you on your courage, and thank you for your assistance. But I would not send you onward without due warning. Raedric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Raedric. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat. He looks away. But several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend Nenmar. He is the high priest, Baratheon, now that the Shining God has fallen. A good man in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Durance Shortle's nearly choking on his own disdain. Shining God! He never shone so brightly as when the bomb took him. The moniker is obsolete now, and ash does not shine. It's like if someone was to call you the attractive priest, Durance. Nenmar can help you reach Raedric, but he resides in the upper level of Raedric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You will have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. Alright, then may the gods bring you victory, friend. You will find Raedric's hold to the east, past the Estern Wood. I wish you luck. Travel to Raedric's hold, alright. All right, well, let's go to the blacksmith now, seeing as that's what I was trying to do in the first place. And before we leave, we'll sleep at the inn to recover any spell slots and fix Durance's broken ankle. Let's see. There we go. It's right about the bandits. Yeah, okay. Tuatanu. Yeah, I'll find your supplies. There we go. Okay. Travel to the Black Meadow. Oh, it's past the Black Meadow. Okay. Bring out her there. Spend time traveling. Okay. Travel to Radric's Hold. It's a quest. Black Meadow. Beyond the Eastern Wood. At the eastern edge of the moat. Okay, well, we are road south, road east. Therefore, we must head this way to go southeast. Okay, we go to Migrin's Fork, and then we go east towards, say, Nua. Okay, now. So, I don't know. I'm sure it's been said, I just don't remember. Aha, Black Meadow, there we go. Forest Troll, let's get out the spells. Trolls hate fire.
What is it?
Perfect. Oh, I forgot to freaking rest before I left. Oh well. And you're gonna go around the outside. Around the outside? Oh, bandits, huh? It did not catch what he said. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, this is not going well. Let us see. Nope, don't want to do that. William Jordan's explosive flash of flame inflicting burn damage. Okay. No, hold on. Let's readjust. There we go. Oh, he's down. Oh, he's down too. Oh, bollocks. There we go. Bunch of weapons, some hatchets, armor, a bunch of gold.
Of course.
Oh, now you got what, freaking hurt ribs too? Wrench knee and bruised ribs. Wonderful. Came upon a group of bandits in the Black Meadow. They have been dealt with. Their camp is cluttered with stolen supplies. Perhaps I'll find Tuatanu's shipment amongst the rest. Someone carved the initials TRS in the log. Greasy chicken bones rattle around the bottom of this crate. Hey, shipment crate. Black Hammer Smithery. I need you to deliver our haul for Kern to sell. He will not speak to you unless you know the words. Ich Nibion Elfion. He's only found in the gift after dark. Oop. I'm knocking stuff around. Alright, return to Tuatanu. Alright, let's take a rest. Wow, we'll stick to that, yeah. Alright. Forest Lurker. Well, sir, you're made of fire, so... Yeah, no, fire it is. Okay. Wow, they're all in the way. I'm just gonna stick with the good old Menoletas. missiles.
Hi. Lava will be on.
Yeah, nope, fired. Okay, hold on. You, I need you to go over there. No, over there. You, I need you to go over here.
Yes.
Okay, now we can do this. No problem. Hurting my friends is not something I want to do.
Yes. Lava will be on sea.
Boom. Just get a little fire going. We're all good. Little dire cap. Awakened wood. Sure. Yeah, totally. I know what to do with that. Trees and shrubs have grown up around these ancient bones, shrouding this monument to Halloween beneath their leaves. Oh. Stuff's dead here, yo. Ain't nothing. Oh, hello. You getting tortured. Ooh. Bones feel as hard as stone, yet surprisingly light. Bottom? Yep, okay. You're casing the scene. Oh, there's a dead person here. Oh, spiders. Spear spiderling, huh? Yeah, okay. They really didn't stand a chance. Oh, that guy had a lot. Solid fine hunting bow. A spare bedroll is laid out in his tent, but there's no sign of, no other sign of Kith. Hello, dear. This overturned cart bristles with crossbow bolts. Bloodstains darken the cracked wooden slats. Oh, I don't know how well this is gonna go. Okay. Oh, easy. Easily done. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, this is a forest troll.
Yes. So much.
There we go. One moment. Oh, there's a dead person here. Oh, there's a dead thing here. God, they just fall so dang easy. Oh, Favano's boots. Look at that. Oh, that's the spiders. Destroyed cart. Bandit camp. Shrine of Gallowayne. It's really the only important things on this map. Okay. God, this just entire place is destroyed. I don't know why. Hey, we can go here now. 18 hours, okay. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. Around the outside? Alright, turn to him. Turn there. Ta-da. Bring Eder to speak to Mayor Wald. Okay. We're in the area. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay. To the keep. Caen-Noir is impressive in size, but little else. The keep is in complete disrepair. If old Mayor Wald is still lord of the place, then I am likely to find him within. Okay. So, that's all I'm doing right now. Is that a gun? Do you have a gun? Are there guns in this game? Oh, you are terrifying. Kana, just off the side of the path into Caen-Noir, stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Amal, clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits into a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting. Killing time, if I'm honest. I've already walked the perimeter twice. There are names scratched upon some of these bricks just there. Workers and masons, I expect. Carving a little immortality from themselves. He looks up at the wall again, expression fawn. It's a fine keep, Gainwa. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
But the truly interesting part is in there. And I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep
Piece
itself.
that charcoal at the gate.
I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald. But it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been
That
devoured
voice sounds
by his
familiar.
house guests.
Came looking for him as well. Truly? Rautai, okay. Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I have never seen the like. I did not want to risk it alone, but 2 sons of Rautai together, I am sure we can manage. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald.
I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold
that-
or silver, but the Tanvi Orator,
Okay.
the sacred book of our people, my friend. And it is there. Somewhere in there, at least. Beneath the keep.
I need to look up where that whose voice that is. Precisely, that is the very question. He laughs. It is a long and twisting tale, my friend, as all good chants should be. I can tell you more if you wish in time.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have at times been followed.
Ooh, alright, a
It
copper
began in
finger.
Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for.
Okay.
I say believe, but I have been
Oh, so
told as
Liam.
much
Oh, I
by
think the
one
whole
of
group
my
is.
would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know. I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
One moment. How are Liam and Sam both playing Hayden? Oh, it's not the person I thought it was. Okay. What phrases?
Yes?
What are you? Yeah, that's definitely a gun. Yep. That's a gun. Alan Amau, Chanter. You are Chanter. Does that mean you're a bard? What? Allows the healing of a small amount of health on an ally. Ooh, I have a healing. First level Chanter spells. Okay. March for the Kamoa. At sight of their comrades, their hearts grew bold. Blessed was Wengrid, quickest of his tribe. I'm gonna have to learn how chanting works. Oh goodness. Come, soft winds of death. Emboldens allies in the area of effect, giving bonuses to fortune will. Increases the movement rate and reflex of all allies in the area of effect. Chanters spend. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, Chanters spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. Okay, as one phrase ends, its effects will linger, overlapping with the effects of the next phrase. When a chant reaches the end of the final phrase, it will loop back to the beginning. Careful arrangement of phrases can produce a powerful sequence of passive effects. Click on the chant to select the phrases. Clicked on the left panel will add to the selected chant. If you wish to remove a phrase, okay. So this one is built to give bonus to fortitude and will, and increase the movement rate and reflex. Okay. So if I wanted to build another one that drains a portion of endurance from all enemies, I would need to know that at a different date. Okay. Oh, good grief! There's so much. Okay. Moving onwards.
As you wish.
We're not going in yet. We're exploring. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale, long spilled into the dirt. Well, ain't that a...
Looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Thank you, Aloth, for the astute observation of a wise man. Oh, what do we got? Kill the shadow. On the hell the Kiroth crashed upon the shield. If their bones still slept under that hill, none can say. The thunder rolled like waves on black seas. What is going on? Okay. Okay, I think I'm learning how chanters work.
As you wish.
A bunch of skeletons now. Check me out. Oh, they're gone. Okay. So he's got a chant to build up stuff. One side of his pillar is graven with hundreds of whorls and ridges, even under a layer of grime and moss. The Aedra gleams. Okay. He's got a chant to build up power to be able to cast the spells. Got it. And while he chants, stuff happens. This trapdoor has been battered by the elements. Tugging on the rusted handle only produces a heavy rattling.
Following your lead. It's good to be on the road again. A wanderlust is nothing rare in the people of Rauatai.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Tell me about Aeder. I don't want to go through all this, so if you guys want to... No, whoops. If you want to read it all. I don't know if there's like quest stuff that can happen with them.
Following your lead.
So...
How may I help?
What do you want to ask? Things about the past? Okay. I want to ask you about something. What did you do before?
Other than the war, I never strayed too far from where you found me. Farming, mostly. My younger days, I thought I was going to go preach the word of Aethys. Just in our temple there. My parents encouraged it. I made so much trouble for them growing up. They used to say it'd be best if I got in good with the God of Redemption. Of course, us blowing him up probably didn't help my chances there. But if anybody'd forgive you for blowing him up, he'd be Aethys. They did. It was strange timing, because we just won the war. They celebrated when I came home. There was music and dancing. Trumbull used half his grain making this big honey cake. I still dream about that cake. It took a while for word of the purges to reach us. Aethasians being murdered in the streets, Cold Morn and the like. No way would they let something like that happen in Gilded Vale. But the weeks went by and the purges spread. Pretty soon they weren't so sure my brother fought for Deerwood. And they weren't so sure I did. Caught me by surprise after all the celebrating. Should have seen it coming after the tailor said he was gonna fit me for some new clothes, but then all he wanted was my neck measurement. Nah, not that last part. But you had to think about it. Says a lot about the place I've been calling home all these years. I'm sure my parents are still wondering the same thing. The Aethasian purges were like this madness had come over the town, like a disease. Seems like when you see something like that, your instinct is to wait for it to pass, even when you know it probably won't. The family whose farm I worked on, they had a little Hollowborn girl. And they heard the Animancers had this cure, the Salvation it was called. They went running. This Salvation, they were putting animal souls in children. You might have heard about it. Giving them enough personality to care for themselves. You can guess how that turned out. Matter of time, the children broke down. Became wild things. Monsters. Anyway, these farmers put the family dog's soul in their little girl. For a while, the girl, she's making eye contact, she's feeding herself, albeit in a kind of messy way. And one day she snaps. They found her gnawing on her brother's bones. Had to chain her up, put her in a cow pen. Well, the mother, she wouldn't have anything to do with the girl after that. But the father, he'd visit every day, feed her chickens, toss water on her once in a while to get the dirt off. Most of the village, they'd he was just waiting for his daughter to look up one day and recognize her papa. He was waiting for her to get better. Didn't understand that at the time, of course.
That's my parents now. Okay.
What's on your mind? It makes two of us. If you're looking to find religion, maybe you want to start with a god that hasn't been burned to dust, but I won't stop you. Aethys, he was a young man with a silver crown. Carried a candle around with him. Sounds like I'm giving a bad eulogy here.
Okay. Still working?
In my way. I don't suppose he expects me to show up at his temple these days. Not much left to do for him other than keep his memory alive and keep hoping that he's just been playing a joke on all of us these past 15 years.
Alright. Yeah, he's not dead and I give up on him. Oh, yeah, no, fair.
Raised that way. My family's been Aethasian going way back. Suppose it wasn't much of a choice at first.
Some commoners just went and blew up a god.
For sure why my
Alright.
family started worshipping him. Probably because of Gon looking after folks like us. There was something I genuinely liked about Aethys. Always. Like he understood people better than the other gods. Knew all our flaws and weaknesses and accepted us for that. Folks are at their worst when they're afraid. A god like Aethys, he made you realize there was nothing to fear. Made you a better
There's
person.
nothing to fear but fear itself.
Of course, he goes away for a few years, and look what happens. Was his actions. Not when he started his rebellion, not even when he took over Raed Ceres. It was when he sent his army.
Yep. He's sticking up for his people. Yep. He sent armies across the border. Yep. Okay.
You sure you don't want to talk about something more pleasant? Like the War of Black Trees or the Legacy or something?
Yikes, that bad, huh? It's eye-opening. Seeing just how naked you are and you don't gotta protect. Saints War is hard time. Alright. So something to you think you're gonna die at someone else's hand? There's a rage that comes. Indignation. Urban Code 1. Okay. Wow, yeah, if you guys want to read all this, see. I have another playthrough, so I'm reading all the stuff there. Okay.
What's on your mind?
Let's keep going. Durance, I want to talk.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
The why of it is you're a watcher. A watcher runs two roads of why. For me, it's more of a matter of what. Alright. Dryfield leave a harvest burning. While you're lost in the dark. Okay. Man, alright. I'm just wondering why,
The cost of troubling me seems
I'm just
to
wondering
worry
if
you.
me talking to these people will open up some quests or whatnot.
That's a curse that runs deeper. It's a god hammer of a different sort. And like the god hammer, it was made by men's hands. There are fewer souls. There are more vessels. It is simply equaling of the process. I feel more remorse in putting down a slathering hound. A wight, less than a mongrel in its misery. Murder you? I would not grant you any of them the mercy I grant the Hollowborn. You would not be deserving of it. Murder is an old word. Mercy is letting a soul fly free to the next body. True punishment? Ruining someone to their soul. Crack their spirit like you would crack their skulls with a staff. Beat them. Hurt them in mind and body. So their souls become shards. But you leave it inside the vessel, like a bag of glass, to either choke on it, or pass it through their bloody stool. Then, leave it in the body to think on it, like planting a new field with the right seed. Many marks may I make upon your flesh, but flame leaves marks that cannot heal. Magran doctrine dictates true punishment is one that remains in memory. Have you seen a man branded by flame? We did.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Wherever they were rooted. Aethys was the god of... If doubts and curiosity... What? If
Will you not talk to me about that anymore? Okay.
What? If doubts and curiosity... What?
I think he's done
If doubts
questioning.
and curiosity...
Or done listening to me.
Where I hail
Alright.
from? From one of... I studied the scriptures. If doubts and curiosity... What? If doubts and curiosity plague you, carved? This staff is a history, memory, me. It's like all memories, except, I suspect the answers.
No? Okay.
Following your
Let's
lead.
talk to this guy.
Yes, my friend?
How you holding up? Alright, cool. Tell me about yourself.
What shall I tell? I am Kanarua, born in the royal city of Takoa, from which rules the Ranga Nui. There. That is a solemn enough start. I am a lore chanter in the college there. Or at least a student of lore and a chanter both. was on the usual path at first, but it was also a sign that Rauatai was changing.
Just gonna skip through all this stuff.
The Tanvi Oratoa. It's not really a book. It's been passed down over the years in the form of a chant. I actually found it a little strange at first, seeing it set down in stone. It's not quite the same as a song of worship, though we have paeans to the gods as well. More a kind of moral guide. It gives us something to aspire to. The, model of a virtuous citizen. There have been arguments as to the chant's true interpretation. New translations even. But any rendition of it I find in the ruins of England will predate those translations by 2,000 years. And finding it here, I'd be lying if I said I'm not looking forward to seeing the look on everyone's faces when I get back. But in the long... and... it doesn't help. I've tried to explain. It isn't that I think those things... Much of Ingwith's writing is lost to us, but an engraving would survive. I found dutiful, but it seems it's not that far. Doesn't everyone want to be a good citizen? I don't know that the distinct... wherever it came from.
Alright, let's head out. This trapdoor has been battered by the elements. Tugging on the rusted handle only produces a heavy rattling. Oh, what's up? Primal Flame, nice.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! You can't do this!
Spectral turns all around you. At first, you can see nothing except a haze, but gradually, you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. He shakes his head, spitting words at you.
This is our village, our home. The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your
Until while you're squinting through the smoke, is scowling at you.
You can't just
Shudders
burn
once
it
a
all.
cough. After a pause, he draws back and gapes at you in horror, seemingly in response to something you didn't actually say. But there's very tongues of flame flicker at the corners of your vision.
You can't burn us all because of them.
He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. Okay. Wow, that. Okay. Correct, Will-O-Wisp. Lizard skins, knuckle bones, and teeth of various sizes lay among the weeds. takes forever to shoot, but let me tell you, when he does, it's a bit of damage he produces. Bright Hollow, huh? The hedges grow in shaggy heaps, shot through with weeds and tall grasses. Only weeds grow in this Dutchy patch.
Brave Dalfilon.
Frayed lengths of rope and a few flint chips are scattered across the workbench. Wires and broken gears litter those wooden boxes. Let's go to Bright Hollow. Sour odors of rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeate the air. Dust and rusted utensils cover the countertop. Shells creak under the books. Many of the covers are mottled with mildew. Cobwebs bind the remains of a broken alembic, a cracked mortar, and various shattered bottles and vials to the table. That's skitter among the broken stairs. And that's all I can do here. Alright. There's one other door we can go. I want to find out what this is. What's this is, I think I just said. What this is. Oh, blocked off and not accessible. Okay. Before we go, let's take a rest. What do we got here?
Clearly of Adiran make. They like their archways.
Whispers of Yenwood, huh? He down. Gray and brown pelts of mice flit between the boards. Razor's chains are rigid with rust.
Brave does Philod.
Oh, hello. So you come to the end of the great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne, out of marble. Its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. At your approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air. Another watcher
in Cadmea,
she got her own voice.
glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance. As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
Well, thanks.
Not as a land is its laws, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Berith Susha finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Okay, so now you're in a seat.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been. So he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we've made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me. I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind. Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place. The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Eir Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his son's, and his son's
if it's
son's.
buried that deep, you
One
probably
day,
shouldn't
that
unearth
young
it.
Earl broke
Also, if they're not
free.
going to defend it, then that means they don't want it, which means...
An
oh, good
endless
grief.
maze, incomprehensible in its construction, but he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them. After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Meowall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here. Take care.
Alright, well, let's go find Meowall. There's nothing in here? For real? Alright, rude. Azir's chains are rigid with rust. Oh, hello, Mother. So you drawn
Been
near
out
here?
playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
No. As you draw near, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back, and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There's a distant, hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. A frail smile descends like a veil over her face. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of your eye. Of her eye. Soldiers are important people.
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Yeah, what happened to my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them. That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
You know what? Let's go through this door first. Because if a ghost is showing up there, that's obviously where we're supposed to go. Ooh, I found a library. Spiders have taken up residence in the empty shelves.
No print! Curse your eye! Stand still!
This map shows the Darewood's old colonial borders. A settlement called New Dunrid is marked in the place of present-day Defiance Bay. That's it? Okay. What's upstairs? It feels as if cobwebs are the only thing holding this rickety old mess together. Something has made a nest out of old straw and mattress ticking. Party grows in size. You may want to change their formation. You can use the formation button. Oh, yeah. No, formation's fine. Silver. I was reading that. Silver trails and slugs gleam inside the barrels.
Kill them.
Nice. Got a spider leg.
Brave Dalfilas.
Bring them down! Bring them down! No prisoners! Bring them down! Poison!
Oh, hello.
New orders, Lieutenant.
Striker man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal and Ager insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and
That's Liam O'Brien,
a dozen barrels of pitch.
I think. Pretty sure.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the Deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Why not?
Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us.
Sorry, I'm trying to pop my...
But understand,
Oh,
we're
there we
doing
go.
this to end this war, not to continue the last one.
Sure. Oh, there's something to investigate. This cot is rough as splinters. Solid.
I'll see it done.
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
It's finished.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
Now the man turns to face you. His cheeks, his forearms, and the cartilage of his long pointed ears are smeared with indigo and blue paint. He grins wickedly beneath a thatch of wild hair.
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one once had said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
I don't like them, but they're still our elders for now. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rio, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
He reaches toward your cheek, but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs
You
through.
were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Is that
No.
Marewald? Yeah.
Keep away from us. Leave us!
There we go. A large, liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room. His white hair a tangled, stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
The old man turns his body away and has another muttered, sputtering argument facing the wall. When he turns back toward you, he has taken a confident stance, and his chest is puffed out like a soldier's. New strength enters his voice. There are people talking in his mind, more than one.
To speak to Mayor Wald?
And his posture folds, and the hands he'd held strongly at his sides a moment ago resume their original tremors.
Who knows not his effect?
About a tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
Window to the ether where spirits dwell. Hear and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead. An empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I? What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew.
Alright.
No. No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
He covers his mouth with his hand, his breast convulsing, his eyes red and
Lost.
exhausted.
No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Alice's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all. Ghosts of the mind. Mayor Wald has lost control. Mayor Wald's body no more.
Things are past. What are they?
Spirits, and not spirits. Always whispering to Mayor Wald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Mayor Wald awakened, they could not make them leave. Gave the troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Mayor Wald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder. How could they know? My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder. Soldier and marauder and Mayor Wald. No forgiveness for what's past.
no undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher.
Dude.
War there
It's
was
losing it.
all around. War of stone, war of tree.
War of Tree. Oh, of course, the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. This was in the early period of Aedirn colonization, fighting between the Darewood colonists and the native Glenfathans, you see? But that was a long time ago.
We brought to the settler men. We, the Nine Claws. Claws of Nine.
Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
Arnold's voice becomes raspy and he's somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Addy a bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
Arnold cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over as he wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better than that than to live in weakness.
The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier. For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the Nine Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light.
What, so he came back in his next life to burn his own clan? No wonder he's such a mess now. That'll stain you right down to your soul. Merwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your
Soldier
presence.
and Marauder. Lies and vengeance. And dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for? How little we know. Oh no, no, no. You too. You too. They will take you too.
Told you Watchers not to be trusted. What's to be expected when one makes a habit of seeing what's not meant for mortal eyes, if not madness? This is our journey together, maybe a short one.
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep? You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meyerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams. Fragmented are memories. Snow, always there, always remembered. Can't forget, can't unsee. Keys of lead, books of burden, queens that were. Known to me are they, the leaden key.
Oh, the leaden key. It seems we share an enemy, Stram. Assassins and Watcher Wakers, both. They certainly keep busy.
Secrets, secrets, and deceptions, and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of Watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned, binder of oaths and grudge holder, bearer of justice, but whose many secrets do they keep? Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they? City of Defiance, never far from the Queen. Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will,
Oh, okay.
Die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me. Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the
Oh, we're gonna have to kill this guy, aren't we?
claiming your head is my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Brave
Well, damn it, dude.
Lava will be on sea. Ulu, dead. Worthy. Ra!
Roak 10! Bring them!
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Lava. I shall.
Putting us down!
There we go. Holy crap. Okay. The change in the air of the keep will stick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Merwald's body lies inert. Well, exploded. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There's something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master returns his keep, or remembers his keep. Speaker to the restless, huh? In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive. Its frayed ends writhing like tide pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. Ooh. Make an internal warden, make it leave, or we can learn from it. We're gonna repair it. Frayed pieces twist and fuse, and as the bond strengthens, the fibers become metal and the rope becomes a chain. You watch as Marigold's soul recedes into the floor, melding with it, spreading thin across it until it is one with the entire place, a silent guardian. Ooh, Marigold's Grimoire. Find the ruins.
Hey. What's on your mind? Makes two of us. What's on your mind?
Yeah, let's keep moving, because apparently I can't ask you anything about that. Sickly sweet smell of rot rises from this half-eaten fruit. A warm book lies on the table, its pages filled with nonsensical scrawls.
Where there's a pick, there's a way. It's finished. Where there's a pick, there's a way. It's finished.
Let's check out this grimoire, shall we?
As you wish. You cannot wait that older set? I don't want to discuss it.
Hi?
As you wish. Still alive? I need to kill them all!
This thing isn't doing the job.
Bring them down!
Wood beetle's sturdier than I thought it would have been.
Where there's a pick, there's a way. It's finished.
Something just told me to leave. wake to the sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Eder standing over you, his hand jostling your shoulder. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision blurred, the vague unease of your unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You are not sure you slept at all the previous night.
Hey! You awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. I'll snap you out of it for a long time. I'd have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes. It's the Watcher thing, man. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. You better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water. Hey, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? It makes two of you. Sure you...
Oops.
What's on your mind?
As you wish.
How the heck did Ludrius get down here? You're only attacking a foe with at least one defense that is much higher than the accuracy of your character attacking. Yeah, okay.
Stand still! Brave thou shalt not believe. Brave thou shalt... Brave thou shalt not believe. Kill them all!
What's in here?
Brave thou shalt not...
Ooh, what's over here? Bunch of money. Well, what the crap's going on with that? A shimmering wall of energy extends across the doorway like a curtain. It repels forward movement with unnatural force. Alright. Cobblestones and bricks are bound to the rusted old cart by thick...
Brave thou shalt
Firewalls.
not believe.
hello.
Hi. Lava will be on sea.
All correct.
As you wish.
Well, they're covered with a dull patina. This elaborate caterpillar appears far older than the surrounding structure. Oh. I've got a tiny spider as a pet. I'm gonna keep the dog though. Ooh. What is this that I have discovered? That's a hand. That's a hand. Oh, Connor wants to talk to me.
Poor Meyerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
Experiences too much knowledge. Alright, Connor no longer wants to talk to me. That's cool. Give me a little symbol if they want to. Alright. I'm back here. Well, let's go talk to the lady.
Reach a scholar lot.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Well, seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a deep breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you? Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meyerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future in it. That does seem like the logical course of action. That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that. Well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. All right. Yes, fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Wyvern, been on my mind for some time. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. He was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Wyvern had in store. If he really was Aethys, I thought maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died, so I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
It's because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a
Of course,
Watcher.
I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Clearly, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. There thinks a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrow. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the piles.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Perfect. Travel with Eder to the records archive. Alright, let's go talk to the chair.
I felt Meerwald's passing. You slew him. It saddens me to hear it, but part of me is grateful to no longer
I wonder
have
if
to
I can
wait
save
and
him.
worry in darkness.
I'll have to try my other playthrough.
This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on.
If it
It
means
looks
like
to you as Meerwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day, will you stay?
Let's see, if it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that I've come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Meerwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. Could make arrangements to have it repaired if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it, for when am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. While there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep, the extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. I want to find out what the hell that hand was. That's what I want to do. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep. And then there are other things. Meerwald's curse was his own, a Watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Aediran colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord of Our Lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths, that, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think to what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Aediran. The endless paths of Odd Nua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glenfathans that the site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Ingwithan, named Ad Noir, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Anguithin relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their deaths, I fear. I cannot say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless paths, the Anguithin tyrant Ad Noir. Some claim his spirit endures, at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen, while below, the hand of the great statue of Ad Noir constructed. Perhaps it is the statue of Ad Noir himself. Of course you are. The keep would have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to keep the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. Merwald set aside materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. You must know this queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Adir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodica. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I've taken the liberty of updating it. You can take a look if you wish. How do you do these things? You're a chair. Then we'll get underway at once. The steward's voice bellies a giddy excitement. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of a great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the fences will keep your grounds from becoming overrun as they did under Merwald's keeping. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican. We got a fucking stronghold! Alright, cool. Upgrades to your stronghold cost money and take time to complete. Each upgrade can add security or prestige to the stronghold or add additional functionality like resting bonuses, periodic free crafting ingredients, or new stores. Purchase stashes. Completed, just like that. Just boom, done. Alright. Let's take a look at this stuff. We can do Bright Hall Restoration. Restoring Bright Hall will allow you to rest there. Other upgrades can unlock resting bonuses for it. Or the main hall. Sorry, the main keep. Which a lot of stuff requires the main keep. Although I would like the resting bonus. Upgrading the main keep will repair your Great Hall, allowing visitors and adventurers to be available to you and your companions. We're going to do that, because I want to be able to rest. Okay, nothing on there. Status. Hirelings. Hirelings help defend your stronghold. Okay, gotta build a barracks. Solid. Explore the endless paths. Okay. Find the ruins. Alright, I have to go turn that in. Got a Ratrix hold. There's so much to do. Go to the Temple of Wodica. Okay, we are going to call it there for the night, folks. I will see you all tomorrow for Multiplayer Wednesday. Bye.